going on? Okay, y'all. I'm gonna have some ladies come up and join me. Movie night with the ladies. Let's see. Hold on, y'all. Y'all know I'm always trying to fool with the stuff right when we go live. There we go. Okay, we see. I think EJ is here. I'm not sure, and the others will be stopping in, I guess. So, but I'm gonna give everybody a few minutes to come on in.
Hey, boo.
Oh, hey, there you go. What's going on?
Nothing. How are you?
Hanging in there, child. Hanging in there. It's been a busy week. Busy
Good.
week. What's going on, everybody in this chat? Lemon Kush, what's going on? Latoya, who is that? We got Bigger for Entertainment. Okay, all right. Bigger for Entertainment. Um, yeah, so I guess the others might I haven't talked to Tamika. I guess she coming. Um, and I'm not sure about Moochie, but we here. We here. We're gonna make the best of it. What's up, Michelle? Hello, hello. So we'll give the other ladies a couple minutes to see if they pop in. So in the meantime, EJ, what you think about this movie? I ain't even tell the name of the movie. I guess everybody know if they seen the thumbnail. It's the Supremes at Earl's, all you can eat on Hulu and Disney Plus. For those who haven't seen it. So what you think about it, EJ?
I liked it. I thought it was. I thought it was good. Hold on, let me find my camera. Sorry. I thought it was good.
You know
It
I'm
was sad.
multitasking.
It was a lot. It was just a lot. It was sad though because they were just going through so much. But
Mm.
overall, I thought it was an interesting story.
Yeah,
I like their friendship. I felt like it was like a story of friendship and
that's
you
what I
know,
took from it.
yeah.
That's exactly what I took from it. Yeah. I think my internet is delayed a little bit, so I might freeze in and out. You know, I can't do nothing about it. So that's what it is.
Girl, that's my
I
role eating.
cheese and crackers. But I agree with you because it's that time of the evening when we be eating. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So, um, but I agree with you about it's. I took at it, looked at it about friendship, mostly the bonding of these women. They've
Mhm.
known each other since they were children or teenagers, I guess you say,
Yeah.
and they were and they went through trials and tribulations and trauma and everything together.
Yeah.
Um, so that's how I looked at it. Okay, our home girl is here. Um, Let me see what she talking about because I know she is definitely opinionated about this. And I don't want her to be holding back. I want her to lay it all out on the carpet and tell us how she feels. Don't be trying to be all PC and you know, just tell her how it is.
What you
Just
say?
say it.
What you say? You don't want me to be politically correct?
That's right. Politically correct. Yeah. Ain't no need doing it. Ain't no need doing it. Oh, and
You know what? I
our
was
other
in the
home girl is
mall.
here. Let me we got another guest. Hey Tamika.
Hey,
Hey
Tamika.
Hey
y'all,
y'all.
what's going
Yeah.
on?
What's going on?
But I agree with you, EJ. Yeah, it was. I don't know, Moochie when she sent that text saying it's a comedy. I didn't know that they listed it as a comedy, EJ, because
You gotta be
I
kidding
didn't
me.
see
That's
no
how.
funny in it, except for like one or two scenes or something little silly something. But for overall, it wasn't a comedy. But so I'm not really sure. Now it's making me think: is it a comedy or is not? I don't know. I'm confused.
Well,
But
I saw it listed
it was
as drama
comedy
slash
to me.
comedy. Like I saw
Yeah,
it listed as
see it as
drama
a
slash
drama
comedy.
slash comedy. It was some parts that was funny. I've seen other people saying that it was parts
It
that was
wasn't no comedy
hilarious,
to
but
me.
I wouldn't say it was that's not what I would personally list it as.
Yeah, I mean, but Moochie saying that I didn't even look at it. I mean, look to see, but
I
Moochie is
didn't either.
saying that But Moochie said is the Hulu is listing it as
Right.
comedy. I don't see that as comedy, but that's just my opinion. Hulu might see it differently.
Yeah.
I don't know how that's funny though. That's not. It wasn't funny. Nothing was funny about it to me.
Only part that I did chuckle was when and I'm not y'all got some pictures. We can just talk freely as far as I'm concerned. It's not in no order, no nothing. Just so you ain't no spoiler. It's no anybody ain't seen a spoiler alert. We're gonna talk about it. Only part that I thought might have been a little funny was Miss Minnie, her little crazy ass. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I don't know where the funny part was at. So unless I missed something, you know.
I felt like it had like shades of comedy in it. Like I felt like it had a mixture of it. But I mean, everywhere I saw listed as a drama, it was like a bunch of drama, but it had some funny parts to it. Like, you know what I mean? Like Miss Minnie was definitely
Miss Minnie. That I see the
okay.
comedy part of Miss Minnie. Yeah, that's where I get the comedy from. She was just over the top for no reason. You know what I'm saying?
What's
Just
her
all
name?
that,
When she
all
was
that hollering and screaming and all that stuff.
when she was ready to fight, oh boy, that was funny.
Oh
to
yeah.
me.
I
Like, I just
remember
feel
him
like it
from
had
Snowfall.
splashes.
That dude.
Yeah.
He was an a-hole in Snowfall too. I remember him. Hey, Pocket full
A De Niro.
of the Nero. That's right. Oh, wait a minute. And Rashonda, hello, welcome.
Rashonda.
Um,
I'll
but
wait till y'all go.
yeah, Moochie, you go. You go in. I just got.
Well, I'm gonna let y'all because I don't have. I feel like how could you label this a comedy? It was to me. It was nothing fun. It was nothing but bad stuff. It was just a whole bunch of. It was more of a drama to me.
Yeah, definitely. I just assumed it's drama, but I guess Hulu or whoever puts the titles up there for the Hulu stream, they list it as a comedy, or maybe the book. See, I didn't read the book. Maybe the book is considered a comedy. I don't know. But they should have put comedy / drama. Maybe that's what they should have did. But
That's what they did. This is how it's listed. I just put it up there. I don't know if you can see all of it. Because I don't know if I could put all of it in there. But it's listed as drama / comedy. But it's more drama than comedy, though.
oh shoot, what's going on?
You still on delay?
I'm screwing. Yeah, I think I froze for a minute.
It was just one bad thing after the next, y'all.
Okay, PG-13 drama comedy. Yeah. That it just said but there was a lot of more. It just had more drama than the comedy. But however, I get what Moochie's saying, but
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's just maybe it was too triggering for me. I don't know.
then and that part I probably
Maybe it was that
part because of the lady going through the cancer and stuff. That might be, yeah.
I think maybe that's what it was.
So this is some of the ladies from the cast. We had and I hope I ain't gonna screw nobody's name up. It was Ingenue Ellis. Is that how you pronounce her name? Now Nathan and Yuzo. Is Yuzo? I think that's how you say her name. I can't even get the last name right. Abdullah, not Abdullah, something
That's
like
crazy
that.
eyes. Forget that.
Yeah,
That's crazy eyes.
yeah. But I was trying to be respectful, give the girl a name because I'm sure she don't want the people to.
Yeah, I always butcher her name, but I love her and I love Angela too.
Well, her first name is Uzo. So I think it's Yuzo, right?
Yeah,
Yuzo. So
Maybe so. Let me see.
the last name I ain't sure.
I don't know how to pronounce her last name. Yeah.
How you spell her last name?
It's A
Duba.
Yeah, Aduba. Is
Aduba.
Aduba?
I said it seemed like it's Aduba.
Aduba, yeah.
I'll go with that. Aduba. She
Yeah.
don't have a spell thing. You know how they be putting the spell thing on Instagram? She don't have one.
Yeah, but I do love this actress. I love all three of these
Yes.
ladies. Everything that they have been on that I've seen in my lifetime. I like. Of course, I knew the Yuzo from It's Crazy Eyes from Orange and New Black. That's how I was first introduced to her. But since then, she's done other things that I like.
Yeah.
And she's
You
done a
know,
great job in a lot of stuff.
right, right, and then everybody
So
know Anja. How you say it? Ingenue?
I think
Yeah.
Angelina.
Yeah. Everybody know her from everything. I mean, she been acting,
Yeah, I love her.
and
me
of course,
too.
annihilate them, loving basketball, TV shows, movies, all kind of stuff. Directing, she's done everything. So, and her dad is done a whole lot of directing, and Stan Latham. You know, nobody
Yeah.
even know him as director, producer, and stuff. So, and there's some other the cast members. Of course, I was happy to see Mekhi Phifer. I love him. That's my guy right there, Mekhi Phifer,
Me
and
too.
Russell
I liked
Hornsberry.
his role. He was the best one
He
to
was the
me.
best man
He was the
on,
best
yeah.
man in the show.
And Les,
Besides the other,
and,
besides the other
and Le,
the husband.
yeah, Lester, you know, the
Mhm.
one that I can't remember the actor's name now. I love him too, but his uh, yeah, he's the only other, you know, and Big Earl was a good character, the old man, Big Earl. But yeah, with Russell Hornsberry, I'm going to find out where he live or get his phone number. I'm gonna call him up.
You know what?
Find
I
look,
can't
okay,
with
we
you.
dealt with you cheating as Charles. Now you cheating as Richmond. I don't want you to be doing no more cheating ass roles now, Russell. Okay, we
Yeah, as
love
soon as I seen him, I said, "Come on, Tupac Chuck, what
And
the heck?"
and then to top it off, you messing with Meech girl.
you. Yeah, what? Yes, yes, yes. Like I mean, when I saw that, I said, "Wait a minute, I know this girl from somewhere." When I saw the little mole on her face, I kept looking and looking, and then I went to go look up the cast. I said, "That's that girl from the BMF, yeah, Angel, whatever her name was, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, I could, yeah." That was crazy. That you said that. That meets his girl. Well, but I don't want him to do no more cheating roles because you know what, he'll get typecast and everybody keep with thinking that you just a cheating dude, you know.
Exactly.
So I hope
Yes.
this is the last one, the last
Me
cheating role.
too.
Yeah, don't be doing this no more. So I don't have none of my pictures in no type of order. Just it is what it is. But I think this is probably where you was triggered at too. Mooch. It started off with her. We thought she was dying underneath the tree, you know,
Mhm.
and she played this daggone role. Though, I have to say that her acting, you know, regardless if you like it or not, the movie or not, but her acting is damn good, you know. So she puts her all into the acting. Um, where'd y'all think it was going when y'all first saw it and she was under the sycamore tree and she was, you know,
I thought she was going to the upper room.
yeah,
Yeah, I figured she was gonna die there, and I
the
figured that
upper
her
room.
relationships had fell apart the way she was narrating it, and she talked about being born there. So I figured, okay, she's gonna die here. She's telling us the story of what her and her friends went through and how they got torn all apart. So I'm like, okay, I see where we
Okay,
going. At least I thought I did.
okay, but Tamika, I want to ask you this: if her mother climbed up the ladder and got up into the tree, and she nine, what she said, her mother was 10 months pregnant.
Yeah, 10 months. She didn't want to come
Okay,
out. That remind me of
how
my
the hell
son.
did she had the baby come out? Was she caught the baby? Because the ladder fell on the
Right.
ground.
You
How
know,
did she
I
get?
was like, why would you get your pregnant behind up on this ladder?
Listen, I
Like, climb
suspended
a
all
tree.
reasoning when that part came out. I said, you
Yes.
know what? I'm gonna suspend all reasoning on this one and roll with
Yeah,
it.
yeah. It's a fantasy. It's a fantasy.
Yeah. And that was the
Because
other thing that I
even if
guess
you
was.
climbed up
I'm
there,
sorry.
even if you climbed up there, Tamika, how you catch the baby when you put when the baby
Right.
would have fell on the ground with the umbilical cord and everything.
Mm-hmm.
She had the baby in her arm, no cord hanging down, no blood, no. Okay, y'all, I'm just going.
But
I'm
that's
going.
why I guess it was supposed to be the connection that they all had these miraculous births. And even when they
Right.
talk about their mothers, all of their mothers had some type of crazy situation that was going on. That's what made them unique, right?
Okay, now, explain to me, y'all. Maybe it went over my head about was a Claudette. Her mother, like her mother gave birth to her in a white hospital. She said, "Well, what was the issue with that? She was taking pictures in
She was
when
the
she was
first black baby born
She
in
was
a
the
white
first black
hospital.
baby.
okay,
Yeah.
okay, that's why she was in the newspaper. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And see, that's
Okay.
what make all of this. I'm sorry, but that's what I was cracking up on some of the stuff. I was like, really? Did y'all just? It was like the way that they put it together. You were like, okay, you just had her up in a tree. I was like, I thought it
Yeah,
was
that
funny
part
that she
was
up in a tree.
that's the comedy right there, Moochie. That
I
part is
was
comedy
saying, what
because
the hell? And
how
then
you
when they
gonna
were taking them pictures, I said, no, they did not just take these pictures like she the first black baby. Like it was like this proud moment. I said,
well, I
oh my
mean,
God.
somebody probably was the first black baby in somebody's hospital because there were hospitals that black people could not go into. So and
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people were born at home with midwives because they could not go into hospitals. So maybe you know did they ever say what town they lived in? I know it was they kept flashing back to 1968, but did they ever say what town, what city, state it was, or whatever?
Nah,
I don't know.
I don't remember them
I don't
saying any
remember
town.
it.
So,
Hey, Miss Niecy, because I didn't know if it was the South or Midwest or North, but
Yeah, I'm
this was
not
going
too
on everywhere,
sure.
not just the South. So
Mm-hmm.
this was going on everywhere. And then Barbara Jean, she had the most problems out of
yeah.
anybody.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
the way she was born. Look, her mother slept with everybody in that bar. Okay, everybody in the bar. She didn't know who the baby daddy. Who what's how it go, Moochie?
Yeah,
Who's
they
the
all
pappy?
talking
I'm the
and didn't
pappy.
realize they was all talking about the same woman. Oh Lord.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm the pappy. I'm the pap. They ain't nobody know who, And then
I'll be that baby peppy.
her right, and then her water just breaks on the floor in the bar, And the mother was alcoholic, so she was a baby looking at her mother drinking. So she ended up doing the same things like her mother as far as the drinking part, anyway.
Yeah.
And so yeah, that bonded them together, and but they wasn't. Barbara Jean came into their life a little bit later because what what was Odette, whatever her name is. Her mother wanted to bring some chicken over to Barbara Jean's house because her mother passed away. That's when we seen that. That's when we seen that stepfather.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was
Mhm.
trash, yo.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And well,
I
he was
like
trash on
that part
Snowfall
too,
too.
how they defended her. Yeah. That reminded me and my friends because one friend I met when I was 6 years old, and then we both got cool with the other friend when we was like 14, 15. We was like, oh no, okay, yeah,
Yeah,
we gotta bring you in the circle.
right.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. What I'm doing here? I didn't
I
click something. Oh, look, I'm all over
never
the
seen
place.
that one.
I
I
don't
never
know.
saw that one either.
Yeah, I'm just trying all the ones. Okay.
Girl,
I just
look.
say what these all do. Okay, because I ain't never tried these other. Okay. All right. They're trying
Hey,
all the features.
baby.
Okay. Hey, Derry B, what's going on?
Hey there.
I hope you're feeling a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Um. Yeah. 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 You could tell he was old creep, and I think he probably had been touching her, doing something to her.
Mm-hmm.
You know we know the mother had been beating on her, but I think he might. They at least that's insinuation I got. They didn't say that.
Right.
That
Yeah.
he might have been touching her. Um. Yeah, but then and they had the big old giant cockroaches crawling all over the floor
Oh
too.
yeah.
Hmm. Um, so I'm just glad that Big Earl and his first wife Thelma let her come over and stay at their house, and because they knew she couldn't keep staying there
Right.
with that man. So
It
everybody
was
must know what he was about. But this the second wife, Miss Minnie. That's the one that's crazy. Now, if you want to talk about the comedy,
Yeah, she was crazy as hell.
but
yeah,
this actress, every time you see her in something, she crazy. When she was on Saints and
Mm.
Sinners, she was crazy. When she was on some other things I see her. Every time I see this actress, she plays some kind of role where she's crazy or wild or something. So
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah. She
yeah,
definitely.
she been around. This lady's always on
Yes.
Tyler Perry shows, movies,
Mhm.
a little bit of everything, Lifetime movies. She's always on something. And yeah, she
Mhm.
was crazy. And look, she laid in the bed, and then Big Earl was praying, and okay, now this
Now
comedy
that
right
I
here.
didn't get
This
either.
is the comedy here.
Like,
Big Earl is praying on his hands and knees, and he died that way. She goes and laid in the bed and go to sleep and left him laying beside the bed. Lord have mercy. She didn't call
yeah,
no
I was trying to
911 or
figure
nothing.
that one out. They
And
was
you
like,
see that
really?
the next day, she still look. She went and got her put her wig on, got her dress, makeup on. Now she crying. She wasn't crying, but she laid there all night long and left him laying there. That's that was wild, So
She probably fell asleep.
she
That's
just
what
look.
I
She,
assume.
no, she knew he was dead when she went to bed. So yeah, she was crazy. So Mekhi Phifer played with James, right? And he's uh really a police officer, right? They need a police or something.
I don't know what he was. I just know he was shy when he was little, when he was
Very
young.
shy, very shy. Yeah,
I like that
very
part,
shy.
y'all, about the chicken. That part had me cracking up. She said, "Don't eat that chicken. Don't whatever you do, don't eat."
Right.
Right, right. She said, don't eat that chicken." She said, "Yeah, because I was sick for days." Something. She said, "Yeah,
Eat that
yeah."
chicken.
Obviously, the mother can't cook or something. So yeah. Um. Well, maybe that man who the stepdaddy, maybe he ate the chicken. Hopefully, he got sick and died.
I hope
So
so too. That's what I was hoping.
yeah, maybe he got sick and died.
That's what
I
I
was
was
hoping.
thinking. They was like, yeah, leave that chicken there for him.
Right. 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 Like they just weren't playing no games, but so this is when we kind of flash, like to the go backwards to 1968. Um, like I said, these all is kind of in no type of order, and there's not that many pictures. But anyway, they this is when we meet Big Earl, and everybody comes. This must be the little neighborhood spot. Everybody go to Big Earl's place. It said all you can eat. So ain't nobody going home. They sitting there all day long there if it's all you can eat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It looked
Mhm.
like Earl just take care of everybody. You come in,
Yes.
we gonna
Yes.
we gonna feed you.
Mhm.
Ain't too many people doing that no more now. Like that.
Right.
Mm-mm. So but Richmond, I think he was Richmond, which plays that's Russell Hornsberry's character. He's like a local football star or
Mhm.
something. And but I think he already probably was cheating and messing around behind,
Yeah, I
early
think so
early
too.
on from a teenager. Yeah.
I mean, he could
Hello,
have been,
Matthew.
especially being a football star, or it could be like you didn't experience it and then you get out there and get buck wild. Either way, yeah.
That's true. Yeah, they didn't really say, but you're right.
Hmm.
Yeah, sometimes these men wait until they get in their 40s and 50s and want to sow their wild oats or something. Go through a midlife crisis.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
So, and
Hey, Matthew.
this is when they were all together when Big Earl had passed and everybody was standing on the porch and Minnie was just out there cutting up. You know what I mean? So I mean, she just wow. Minnie just
Yeah, she
wow.
was going off. She was telling them about how they never liked her. Then she said she
Mhm.
predicted her own death and when she was going to go. And
I know. I know. When she climbed up on that roof and I said, okay, now what are we watching here? This lady, she climbed up on the roof. And then when she jumps off the roof, she jumps on top of little Earl. You know what I'm saying? She
hmm.
could have killed herself and him too.
Right.
Lord
And
have
they
mercy.
just was like not even paying her no mind. They like, oh Lord, this one and her dramatics. Okay,
Right.
whatever.
And then when they had the funeral, she goes and redecorate the Thelma's house with all her pictures and all this gaudy stuff up in
Hmm.
the house. And it looked a mess. Hey
Hey,
Nita,
neat.
what's going on?
Hey, Nita.
But this is so they was preparing to go to the funeral, and See, we didn't know what had happened to her son yet, but this is where we saw
Yeah.
her first getting ready to take. Oh, she was struggling. She didn't take the drink, but she was struggling. She picked the liquor up, but she put it back down. And so Lester definitely was much older than them.
Yeah, because at first I was thrown off. Of course, we get more of the explanation later, but at first I wasn't too sure who he was to her. But we did see that she was
Right.
struggling, like, she wanted to take the drink, but she didn't. And he was telling her, "You are strong, I know." And I was like, well, is this a romantic partner? Is this her husband? I wasn't too sure at first.
Right. But yeah, Lester, he when they were probably 17 or 16, 17, he probably was in his 20s.
Mm-hmm.
And back then, it wasn't no big deal to be a teenager with an older man. It wasn't like not like now we know it's wrong and creepy and everything. But back then, like 17, and if you had a man that was 20 or 21, he got his own car.
Right.
I mean, you jumping in that car, you ain't going to be
Mhm.
walking no more. You getting in the car, so it wasn't a big deal. This is the 19s at that time when they were first met
Yes.
in the 60s, so it wasn't no big deal that time. People were getting married at 15, so
Right. Yeah.
She was already
Absolutely.
used to being with older men because of that dirty stepfather.
yeah, we have to assume that something happened anyway. At least it looked that way.
Mhm.
And then when they at the funeral, or whatever, the funeral was always at the repast at Big Earl's house, and everybody eating ham and turkey and the whole thing. They had the whole spread like most black repasts at black people's houses, and the lamp kept flashing and flashing and flashing. And Lester's like, "Oh, I go and check it out," and he go and get electrocuted. I was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, I was like, you gotta be freaking kidding me. I couldn't believe that one. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, that
you
one was
already there
crazy.
sad. You already sad at a repast.
Yeah.
And got your black on and all that, and then your spouse drops dead right there in front of you. That's
Mhm.
that's a hard pill right there. Then it seemed like from here on, just everything bad start. It was a little funny parts at the beginning, but then
Mhm.
from this point on, like when Moochie was talking about, just all the drama was just happening from that point on.
Oh yes, it was just
Mhm.
bad.
One thing after another. Baby, I felt like they was telling my story because they be feeling like some be coming one after another like that, child. Lord have mercy.
Yeah,
Not
see,
everything, but some of the things I was like,
right. I know what you're saying. It just happens like that. Like
Isn't
one
she from
tragedy.
something else? Where else is she from?
yeah, I don't know
I seen
where
this
it
girl
is, but I've
somewhere.
seen her. Yeah.
We it was something we covered.
She looked familiar. I have to look the
I
actress up.
can't think of it right now, but I know she was in something that we did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So this is Lester when they were younger, but Lester was already looked like a businessman.
Yes. Okay. He had his
He
suit, his car.
had the car and everything. Yeah.
Mhm.
Right.
She gonna trauma bond with this one down here.
Mhm. Yeah, I was like, what she keep going back there in that room for? What's going on in there?
Yeah. Where they trauma bonding over being abused. I mean, they sitting there showing her elbow and her arm and her back, and he doing the same thing and cross his forehead. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody in their family was beating on them with belts and all kinds of stuff and rocks and stuff. I mean, that's probably what bonded them together in the first place. Yeah, but she got with Lester for security. It's not that she cared for Lester, but she didn't love Lester. Not the way she loved. She was in love with this. It's like I love you, Lester, but I'm not in love with you. She was in love with Chick.
Yeah, because Lester was trying hard and she wasn't paying him no mind.
And when she said she was pregnant, and the guy had
he stepped up.
Yeah, Lester said, "I don't care. I'm this gonna be our baby." And yeah, that was and then the fact of like I said, I'm just gonna spoil it because I ain't got a whole bunch of more pictures anyway. But the when his racist brother was ran the little boy, I'm glad they didn't show that too. We saw the truck coming after the boy, but the next scene we saw the little boy was gone. I'm glad they didn't show him taking the boy out. You know, I'm glad we ain't see that.
Yeah, I'm glad too. Oh, you said she was in You? Okay.
You okay? Her face, I know her face looked familiar.
Yeah, definitely. I kept saying I knew her face.
Yeah, I
was
know her face
familiar.
familiar. And the girl who played her the younger version of her mother, that girl looked familiar. Her face. I had to look the actress's name up because I didn't
They
really
said
deep
she was
dive.
in The Last of Us too, but I don't remember her in The Last of Us. But I don't know. They said she played Nora in The Last of Us.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But I just don't remember because The Last of Us is a blur for me. I got to go back and rewatch it.
Yeah, it's been so long since I've seen that. I don't
I
remember.
know.
Yeah. And I didn't see the whole complete series, only like here and there I saw. But Lester, I did like the fact that Lester wanted to do something. He wanted to deal with that racist brother. And now was that James, the police officer? Was that James, or that was just some other random guy who told Lester, "No, don't go do nothing. Leave it alone."
Wasn't that just a black cop that he knew?
Yeah, that was just a cop. Yeah,
That
I
was just
remember
a cop. Okay. That wasn't Mekhi Phifer character. Okay, all right. Well, you know, I wish that Lester had got a shotgun and found that brother and pow his tail. You know, I wish Lester had taken him out, but later on we found out that he was taken out by his own girlfriend. But I see why she started drinking. I mean, your mama gone. She just had a lot of loss, you know.
Yeah.
A lot of loss, you know, and she pretty much was just on her own. And then her husband dropped dead, and the baby was gone. I mean, I just see why she was drinking, you know. But she was doing too much after a while. She was doing too much. I mean, EJ, what you thought about when she driving the car and she bet all over herself and crashed into the house? I mean, to the big Earls. I meant she crashed into she crashed into the place, but she crashed up on the curb. You know.
Can I be honest? I laughed when she peed on herself. No, she didn't just pee on herself. I said, "Girl, you doing too much."
Oh, okay. So he said that was James, the police officer. Okay. I guess a younger version of him. You know, I guess they changed the way he looked. I mean, yeah.
Let me see.
But yeah, I mean, she wet all over herself, drinking and driving, and by this time, and especially by the time Odette got cancer, she had just had enough. That's why she told her off.
Because she knew she couldn't confide in her. I mean, you know, like she couldn't depend on her.
Yeah. It was like before they would just be like, okay, look at her, here she come again, you know. But then after a while, it's like, sis, listen, you can't help me, you can't help yourself, you can't help nobody.
Yeah, like you're an alcoholic.
Yeah,
you know, you're an alcoholic.
Let's just call it what it is.
Yeah, she didn't want to keep brushing under the carpet like Claudette was doing, and talking about, I just need to get some rest. No, you need more than just rest. You need to go get some help. You know.
Yeah. I mean, and plus at this point, you know, she just want to be honest with her friend because now she feel like she not gonna make it. So let me just be real with you.
Yeah, and she told Claudette off too.
Oh yeah, I was
about her. She said, you know, it's been 30 years. He been cheating. We've been trying to tell you, but
and she gave up her whole life for that dude.
Really did.
Yeah, because she was supposed to be playing classical music, right?
And the thing about it was they told her she could do both. It wasn't a choice of you having to give up one for the other. and they was like, we'll help you. And she was like, no, this is like the greatest piece that I could ever play, is living this life and getting married and having kids. I don't want to do that. I don't want to have to be away from my kids and sacrifice in that way or whatever. So, I mean, she made the choice. He never really asked her to do that, because they was like, oh, did he tell you? And she was like, no, he don't even know yet. This is my decision. And then later it was like, I didn't necessarily make the right decision here.
Yeah.
Hey, Shayna.
Hey, Shayna.
And,
Yeah. She sacrificed and gave her what she wanted to do, but also Odette, she was supposed to be a nurse. Why do you think she never took the nursing test?
Yeah.
Because
Well,
her
remember
husband
when she was
James
supposed
wouldn't
to be
stop her.
going to no, he didn't stop her. What she was saying, but that still wasn't an excuse, because I mean, all those years went by, you could have rescheduled it. She was saying when she was supposed to go take the test, remember that's when she got the call and went there. I can't remember who it was that was that's when
Barbara Dream.
Barbara Jean found out that she was pregnant and was saying she couldn't have the baby or couldn't raise it and tell him or whatever. And they went there and was dealing with that. And so she never caught the best. Remember, her mother was like, good luck, you know you're gonna pass, and he bought her the stethoscope. She never went. But it was like,
That's
what was
right.
the reason why you didn't go
Okay. I
throughout
remember
all
that.
the rest of the years?
Yeah. She ended up working in like a cafeteria or something, you know, like a school cafeteria or something like that. Yeah. But what I did love,
But sometimes that's how, time goes by so fast in the blink of an eye. And when people used to say that when I was younger, it used to annoy the hell out of me.
yes,
But now I see it.
no, it does.
And you don't realize too.
Especially if you say, I want to go back to school, want to finish my career, get my career going, finish my college degree, whatever the case may be. And or I might want to travel. Oh, I'm gonna keep putting it off. I ain't going. I'll get a chance to travel the world later. And then next thing you know, you got cancer or something. Something's going on in your life, and you never have a chance to do it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. It happens. It happens, and it happens. Seem like more to women. And I didn't take no survey, so I know somebody could say I'm wrong.
Right.
But it just seemed like we women sacrifice a lot more, especially if you have a family.
Yeah,
Because we support our husbands and our man or whoever, whatever they are to you, and then our children. We always put everything first, and then by the time you're ready to start doing something, you're too damn tired. Now I'm ready to go lay down right now. I mean, I don't feel like
That's a fact.
Yeah. You don't feel like doing nothing, So, hey, Candy.
Hey, boo.
Yeah.
Hey,
You
Candy.
just don't even feel like doing anything by the time you get a certain age. And then, but this was, I really thought when she kept waving and fanning herself and she was sitting there doing this and doing it, she was so hot. I thought really she had was going through the change. She said she was 50.
Yeah, I did too.
I thought she was starting to go through the change. I did not think cancer. I did not think cancer. The way she was sweating and pulling off her clothes and all. I thought she was going through it, so.
Yeah, they kept saying you going through the change, and she was like, "Baby, my thing is younger than y'all."
Look, she said my universe is 22. All right now. And hey, Suburbia, I ain't talked to you in a minute. How you doing?
Hey, Suburbia.
Yeah, that was something. And then but when and this is probably from this point on, I think this is where Moochie probably was feeling a little triggered because of stuff that went on in your own, with your own life and family, whatever.
Yeah,
she was going through the chemo treatment. And she didn't tell nobody. I'm gonna tell y'all
she
something.
was keeping it all to herself though, and that's the thing. She was still trying to be there for everybody else, but didn't want them to be there for her, or didn't want them to be worried about her. It's like, no, they got too much on her plate now. And even especially the part with her husband, that's the part, baby. I'm gonna tell y'all, I cried like a damn baby child.
I was crying all through this thing.
Yes, I was crying so hard.
Yes, I was crying too. I mean, but y'all, I'm sort of like that. I don't think I would keep it a secret for a long length of time. I mean, after a while, you can't keep it a secret because it's going to someone gonna find out just because you're not gonna look the same, act the same, or something.
Yeah.
But I don't, but I don't want nobody just having to dote all over me. Just like I'm like, I probably ain't gonna say nothing. Just let me go to a couple of treatments. Just let me go and do what I gotta do until it get out of control, and then I can't deal with it no more. I probably would have been doing
that's what I
something
feel
to me.
like my father did. He didn't tell none of us nothing, and he been doing was been going to the doctor, and
Wow.
he didn't say a word.
I can see probably me doing something. I ain't saying it's right, but I probably wouldn't want to tell my son or family members just right away. Let me go and see what's going on first before I just run home and sit. Because I don't want nobody to be crying or something. So, I don't know. I don't know until I'm in that situation. I'm only speculating.
Right.
You don't know what you're doing until you there. But on the other hand, I would want somebody to tell me if they going through it. Why? I'd be saying, why you ain't tell me?
Exactly. Especially if we always leaning on each other and you over here taking care of me with different things. And if that was one of my friends, God forbid, and I know that we always be having each other back, and you won't be like, I'm just noticing something on you, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? And I'll be cursing her ass out too.
Yeah. Because when they were sitting at Big Earl's, it wasn't no Big Earl, it was just Earl. When they were sitting there, it was Big Earl. His name was Big Earl. When they were sitting at Earl's diner, and when they noticed all them bruises and when she was getting stuck by the needles and stuff, and that's when it all came out. Because they were saying, well, okay, well, we're gonna make a schedule.
That's right. They was on it like, I'm
gonna make sure you eat well. And look, Barbara Jean was drunk as a skunk even then. She came in drunk, so she can't be doing nothing to help nobody.
Yeah, she damn sure was.
But the intentions was good. She wanted to help. And that's when Odette was like, see, this is why I ain't say nothing.
Right. She took on, me. It's like that's what we supposed to do. That's what we do. That's what friends and family that care about.
And this is when I started to cry, because I have two childhood friends from, way, way back. One almost from elementary, and other one from high school. And if one of them told me they sick, I don't mean no harm against y'all ladies, but I ain't gonna be sitting here talking to y'all. I'm gonna be over there making sure that I need to bathe them, feed them, take care of them. If they need me, I'm there. If they want me, I'm there.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? If their family, their significant others and stuff can't do it, I'm there. So sometimes you got to give even the significant other person a break, because it can be hard on one person to be a caregiver.
Yeah,
that I know. It's hard.
Yes, definitely. I listen. I get it. I see Nita said this was hard to digest. Maybe I was preoccupied. It was a lot. It was a lot. I'm gonna tell y'all, I have not. Like when I watched that Tyler Perry one, I just couldn't get into it because I feel like it was just because of the. I probably would have still got into it, but I feel like I really didn't get into it because of what I was dealing with right at that moment. And then even the Braxtons, I have not been able to watch those episodes at all, even though you still can't avoid it.
I've only watched two.
People still be sharing the things online or whatever. I can't do it. All I could do is send my prayers. So when I was watching this, trust me, I got emotional. I was like, why the hell did I say I want to see this thing? But for me, it also felt realistic. Like, even though it was some things that was over the top and dramatic and, whatever. Some of the things just in life in general of how it be ups and downs in your friendship. You've seen your friends get married, lose, win, have their kids. Go through all the different trials and tribulations. That part of it I could relate to. But some of it was like, oh God, why? I was just like,
some of it was triggering for me.
It was.
I can understand. And that's why I said, I think the part about going to the hospital, the mother, not the mother, or that especially when she collapsed on the floor, I thought she was dead.
Yes.
My first reaction, I thought she was dead, and then when they said she had an infection, it wasn't even the cancer. She got an infection that set in her, and she sort of slipped into like a little coma. But that's when I said, oh, yeah, I was crying.
Yeah, I was definitely crying, child. Trust me.
I
my
cried
eyes was big and puffy and red and everything.
Mine too. That was the same way. I was the same way. I was mad doing the part about that racist brother. I wanted to jump through the screen and take him out myself.
Yeah, and then she was thinking that he was the one that took out his brother, and then when she found out that it wasn't him, it's like, oh God, Lester, because she know that Lester wanted him taken out, and then it's like, nope, it wasn't him either. And I was like, well, damn it, who the hell was that? I mean, I was glad he was gone,
but didn't he say it was the didn't he say it was
girlfriend, because he was putting his hands on the girlfriend,
and she couldn't take it no more, so
he was
took
gonna get his regardless. He was just one of them people that was begging for it.
Tracy said it was funny as hell when her friend took her to the tree to die. Richmond. When he was dragging her across the grass.
I ain't gonna lie, I laughed at that part because I was in here crying. I just knew she was going. I said, no, y'all didn't.
And when she said, look, you took me to the wrong tree. I want a sycamore tree.
Yeah, this ain't no sycamore tree.
Sycamore tree. He's like, no, they tell me.
I thought she was dead right there because when her eyes rolled back in her head, and even Raymond broke. Richmond. His name Richmond. He broke down in his.
He was breaking down, crying.
I started boo-hooing, sitting on my damn love seat. I boo-hooing, thinking it was it.
Yes, I just knew. And then I was saying they gonna be mad at him because why would you take her to the tree while they gone? And then she's telling them, "Oh, I'm gonna be here when you get back." And you done took her out here to the damn tree. Now she's you better get me back to the house.
What if she had died at the
exactly?
Now, EJ, this is probably them little scenes we talking about right there. That's probably where the comedy part is. You know, like he taking her out the car and dragging her across the. I said, this actress, man, Anjanou Ellis, she be playing these roles. She really gets into it. Like when she acts, she is acting. You know, yeah, she was my favorite through this really the whole movie as far as the acting and stuff. But I love Mekhi Phifer role as James, being with her, combing her hair. When he embraced her, she got up in his lap in the chair and just let her cry, just let her grieve. I mean, I loved all that. I was crying.
He was just a good supporting husband.
Right. You know, a lot of times, Moochie, we always say
he loved his wife.
Right, but this one was a good husband. This was a good husband. I started this 3 times, but still haven't finished it. But get some tissues because it is.
Yes, he was a good husband, and my other half name was James too. And God bless, today is his birthday.
Oh, God bless his soul.
For me. But that warmed my heart. I was like, yeah, show us a good James on screen.
That's right. And I think Lester probably was a good husband too.
Yeah, he definitely seemed like he was very supportive of her.
Yeah, right. Because
he knew that wasn't his kid.
He was a good
and
he knew that wasn't his
from
baby.
the beginning. Yes.
I mean, and he knew she was drinking and all that stuff. I think he just still loved her and wanted her, and regardless, you know, he was there to help her. Look at that. Look, they lived in a nice old. Because if you go back to this picture, they lived in a nice old house. She lived actually nice. You know,
she had a Mercedes.
Oh yeah, she was doing good. Yeah,
she was doing good.
And even old boy, the one that she was really in love with, he was a nice guy.
Oh,
the older version of him.
The older version, yeah.
The older version of him is Cole from Charmed. That's what I remember.
I know.
Yeah. I seen him. I said, look at Cole.
Well, wait a minute, Moochie. I thought you said he was on Nip Tuck.
Yeah, he was. He was one of the plastic surgeons.
Oh, okay.
That's the show I remember him from.
Okay. He probably played.
Yeah, I used to watch Nip Tuck in so long.
He was a good looking guy, but I just thought, like, why? I guess.
And he ended up being smart. He went to the university, got his degree. He became like something with animals, some birds,
like a bird watcher.
Something. I mean, he was like no bum or nothing. He definitely total opposite of his racist brother. He was total opposite. Yeah. So, yeah.
And it was crazy how she never told him about the son, and she just automatically thought that he knew that he would feel it.
Okay, we should not talk today. And this scene we did laugh at. What y'all think, EJ and Tamika, the scene when Claudette Okay, she ends up leaving Richmond, right? And then
Mhm.
they get she
Yeah,
think
that
they
part.
you know where I'm going. She think they getting back together.
Oh,
And
that
look,
was hilarious.
It was
she was a big
funny.
woman there. They was rolling around. I said, go on, grab that big old
Yes,
woman,
go
big old
ahead.
titties
That's
and shit.
right.
And she rolling around in the pit, that lady. And I
She
said,
was cracking up. She's like,
She had
oh,
to
you
let her know
feeling?
what he was missing.
she jumped on
Yeah,
top of him and he rolled on top of her. I said, go on, y'all, get it there.
that's right.
And then next thing you know, he getting on his clothes the next morning. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna go get your stuff and bring your stuff over
Right.
here. And she said, what you talking about? I ain't coming back home.
Mhm.
She said,
Yeah, you thought she
I
was
ain't
so
coming back
tickled by
home.
that.
Look,
and
he
she
felt
cracked
like
up laughing.
I just thought
Mhm.
about somebody holding the sheets up like this, feeling all cheap and stuff afterwards.
And he was like, "You
Oh,
knew already when
like
we
Eddie
had sex
Murphy
that
on
you wasn't gonna
Boomerang.
come back to me." She's like, "Yep."
Right.
Yeah, it did give me a boomerang
It was like
thing.
Eddie Murphy on
Yeah.
Boomerang. Because this is what
Mhm.
I said to Moochie today. Men do this to women all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Especially if you know the woman, whether it's your husband, your boyfriend, baby dad, whatever it may be. Y'all break up or separate, whatever. You give him another chance, and you just keep
Mhm.
letting him come in and out
Yeah.
your life,
Yeah.
and then he gone on he didn't commit and say he coming back. He just coming over to
Right.
do something. Then she did the
Mhm.
reversal and did it to him, and he did not like it. I said,
Yeah.
He
oh,
couldn't
okay.
handle
Because
it.
she had already stayed for so many years. So it was like, now that I finally left, I can't just turn around and run right back to you. And I like the part in the bar too when they went and found Cherokee. I like the way she handled it. And
Right.
they was like
They was
saying,
gonna
was
whoop her
it?
ass.
They said, oh, is it because she's Indian? She was like, no, the daddy named that them after all these cars. That part made me laugh.
And,
Mm.
yeah, because they was going the other two girls was gonna whoop her ass. Or that was gonna
Yeah,
whoop her
they said
ass.
we
Yeah.
here just in case we gotta lay some hands on somebody.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, they were gonna lay hands and feet. But no, she
Yes.
handled it very professional. She put that
Yes.
ring up in the her face. She said, I'm Richmond's wife. And the way she talked to her, she could do nothing but break down and cry. She,
She let her
I don't know,
know the
because
game,
Richmond,
how
all
they
Richmond was
lie,
doing
how
this is
everybody like you not no different. You know, she let her know.
yeah, well, I think she knew that Richmond been doing this for a while. It's just that this was the final straw. And it becomes I think because it came back to her. Remember, they sitting at the restaurant at the
Yes.
and old runner, the lady runner. No, it was Miss Minnie. That's who it was. Miss
Miss
Minnie.
Minnie,
Right.
yeah.
Miss Minnie. Well, yeah, and she's the one who ran her mouth and said that. So she probably knew it's been going on. She just didn't have no confirmation.
Yeah, she
So
was getting the signs and it was just starting to get worse. Now you got somebody calling, hanging up, you taking out his boxes to wash them and it looked like
And it
it's
got
lipstick
lipstick
on
on
them.
it.
right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. That wouldn't have flew with me.
Baby, I probably would have
No,
strangled him
no,
with them damn
That wouldn't have
boxes.
no.
flew with me.
Booty would end up having a hammer.
That would
She
not
would
have
have the
flew
hammer.
with me.
Mhm.
No, I'm
For
especially
real.
if I see the lipstick on the drawers, that's when we
Mhm.
tearing the house up fighting the car.
Yeah,
Exactly.
like
Like
you
your
being
ass is
that
gone.
cool about it and not that would have been an argument.
Yeah, it would definitely been an argument. I'm not gonna just let that slide and just going to Big Earl's and eating a burger and act like ain't nothing
Right.
wrong. Nah,
Yeah,
no,
I can't do that, honey. I can't ignore
no,
that much. Mm-mm. And
no,
when
no.
she
Because I'm
finally did confront him, he was trying to gaslight her and play, flip it around and make her seem like she crazy.
girl. He's sitting there watching Harlem Nights. I fell out laughing.
Yes.
He's sitting there watching Harlem Nights with the scene with the funny scene with Arsenio Hall. And
Hmm.
when she walked in the room and turned the TV off, and um, hey, Uncle Charles,
Hey.
um, yeah, yeah, she had just had enough. She just had enough at that point. Yeah, so we got to assume that at the end of the movie, where we saw, like I said, Minnie, her crazy stuff jumping off the roof and all that. So we just have to assume we see Barbara Jean back with Chick, and I forgot what his name was, but everybody called him Chick because he was in the bird
Yeah.
stuff. Was
Mm-hmm.
it Adam or something? Was it
I
Adam?
don't even remember.
I
I just
forgot what his
remember
name
Chick.
was. Yeah, Chick. Yeah. And I guess we have to assume that everybody, you're gonna live happy ever after because she doing good. The cancer looked like her hair's growing back. I did. Oh, that scene with the hair. I did like the shaving the hair off, and that was like a
Yeah, and
bonding
then
thing. That was a bonding thing with the
what
ladies,
was
you
her
know.
Cut her
name?
hair too.
She cut her hair too. Yeah, I like that. And even though he tried to bring a concert to put together for her to do, which I thought was really sweet. And she was like, "That's nice, but I'm doing my own show. I'm about to go to New York." I said, "I know
I
that's
know
right,
that's
girl.
right.
Get
And you
it."
know something? I'm not saying that a wife cannot get back and forgive her husband. I'll never say that because but I'll just say that you got to earn this. If you want me again, you got to try to chase me and you got to work for it. You're not gonna just because you did some little funky concert one time. No, you need to be doing a whole bunch of more stuff. You need to be, dating me, showing me what a whole bunch of stuff. So we don't know if they're gonna get divorced or what, but hopefully, they worked it out. I do like to see couples stay together, but if they can, long as there's no violence going on, because you can work through, infidelity. It can be worked through, but it ain't gonna be that easy. So,
I thought
uh,
they were mature about it though.
yeah, right,
Yes.
right. Yeah. At least none of the men, even though Richmond was disrespectful what he did, but at least nobody was laying no hands on nobody, nothing like that. I do like that. So um yeah,
Yeah.
so now Muchi, I know you had issues with the a lot of the movie, but I think you probably had more issues with the problem. Well, I don't want to say issues. I think the problem with her going through the cancer, I think that problem is what probably upset you know, because you was passionate in your messages. So I think that probably was the problem that upset you because, but I don't think these were horrible men. Now, except for Richmond, I mean, but the rest of the guys, I don't think they were bad guys.
No, they really seemed like they was all there for each other. Like they had their separate friendships, and then they had their friendships together as a couple, and they had their bond with Earl.
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah,
look, everybody in town love Earl. Everybody in town love Earl.
yes. They
Yeah.
just thought Minnie was crazy as hell.
She was crazy as cat shit. She was. She was. Yeah. I mean, they said she was a used to be a dancer back in the day. She had a big old picture on the wall of her and everything. It's like,
Mhm.
yeah,
And
this
she
lady
was
was crazy.
telling little Earl, "You never liked me from the day I came in here."
Yeah, and I don't blame him either. I don't blame him, He probably just tolerated her. He didn't really like her. So, you know. But yeah, well, I mean, I think it was still a decent movie, regardless. I wish that I would like to have seen Lester take that racist dude out, but then again, Lester could have gotten arrested, and it would be a whole different story. We'd be seeing Lester behind bars.
Hmm.
So you know,
Hey, Sally.
hey Sally, what's
Yeah,
going on?
I think it was good
So
that he didn't have to do the dirty work. It got done for him because that guy was apparently an a-hole to everybody.
right,
You
right,
know.
right. Yeah. So um, it just I didn't realize that it was a book. Because
I
I said
didn't
to
know that
myself,
either.
I said EJ probably read this book because I know you read a lot of books too.
Yeah, she
And
be
I
on it
had
with
to
the
go look
books.
up the
yeah,
author because when I saw it, I said I said I wanted to know who the author was that would write this up as a comedy.
yeah, that I think that stayed in your Moochie was.
Mm. Because she kept saying comedy, and I was like, I know I saw drama comedy, like I know I saw half and half. And I was like,
I didn't even see none of the messages to
I
like
didn't
right
even I
before we
didn't
was
even
getting
look.
on. I didn't even know what time we was getting on. I'm like, oh Lord, we supposed to be getting ready to go. Oh
um
God.
yeah, yeah, I get the things Moochie's saying. I really do. It's not that I disagree. But It had some.
Yeah, I would
It
not
had
call
funny
it.
moments. It had funny
It
moments.
did have
There's some
funny moments because there was some moments where I was boohoo crying so hard. And
I
then the
cried.
next minute I bust out laughing like, wait a minute.
No, at
know,
the end of the
so
movie though, I was crying. I mean, even
It
though
was
it was
just
yeah.
one
the end of the
sad
movie
thing
was with
after the
Minnie and all that, but I was crying.
Yeah. I was like, why the hell did I watch this now in the state that I'm in? This was the last thing I needed to be watching.
That's why I said I'm already still getting over my emotions from the weekend. I said, Lord, why am I still crying? Yeah, it was oh, okay. Sally said this wasn't one of her favorite films. Okay,
I
tell us,
agree,
Sally.
Sally.
Yeah, and I don't think it's going. I told Moochie, I said, I don't think you're gonna be rewatching this. You know how some movies you
But
can
it's
rewatch.
just like think
I don't
about
think you're gonna be rewatching this.
I'm trying to think of some of them old school mushy movies. Like
I think if it wasn't
Still
for
Magnolias
Moochie may like it. I don't know, but
I
I
mean,
think
still
that's fun.
Magnolias had their funny parts, but it was more funny stuff than tragic stuff. It wasn't like hitting you back to back to back to back to back with tragedy.
Yeah.
And then they made the black guys they was getting chased back to their own town, all of that.
But it's also
you
the
gotta
time
think this
that it was in. Yeah.
This is the 60s. It wasn't now in 2000
I
something. This
know.
was the 60s. You know,
yeah.
You got to be careful. I'm not saying that people didn't get a gun and pow somebody, take somebody out, but you got to be careful. At that time, you could be lynched.
Yeah.
This is still when lynching was going.
Yeah, it's definitely a different dynamic with white people versus black people.
Remember all the stuff that was going on in
time.
'68. Yeah, Dr. King got assassinated. Robert F. Kennedy got assassinated. A lot of people was getting taken out during that time frame. Malcolm X just recently got assassinated. So people probably wasn't, you know, I can understand when we watch these movies that's in the 60s, in our mind, we thinking, damn, they should have do this, they should do that. But I don't know what I would do if I was in that time frame. You know,
feel like they're showing us stuff like this, like because they certain people wanted to go back to that way, and they trying to enforce it, like to pre-program people. That's how I see it. I know I sound like my conspiracy stuff, but I'm not feeling it. I wasn't feeling a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Well, Sally said it was a little too depressing for her. Yeah,
yeah,
it was a lot of. It was one thing.
It was low vibrational.
I could see that. Some people, I could definitely understand why you feel that way, child. Trust me.
Yeah. Yeah,
and I'm trying to stay like.
But I still enjoyed it overall, even though it was depressing.
I still enjoyed it. Now
I loved all of the actors and stuff like that.
All the actors were good.
They were great. But
there's two of them that's gonna be in that Deliverance movie that's coming up.
Well, that's the one I'm looking forward.
I'm looking forward to that. But yeah,
yeah, I do see your points. I do. You and Sally. It was depressing because I'm crying. If you know, so I don't think this one of those movies.
Yeah, I was crying like I knew them personally, and it was happening to me. Trust me.
Right. I don't think this is one of those movies where I'm gonna sit back on a Saturday night. I ain't got nothing to do, and I'm gonna get some popcorn, and I'm gonna just put this movie on the watch. I probably may not watch it again. But it still was. I didn't think it was a horrible movie. I just, it was just sad. It's just sad, yeah. Especially if you don't feel like crying.
Maybe that's what it was with me. I ain't feel like crying.
Yeah, and the book has a 4.5 rating, so it's not like it has to be a good read because a lot of people like the book. And
the book probably is good.
You know that they could always put more details in a book than a movie, and sometimes it's hard to translate it from the book to the movie. So I can get that.
So maybe
that's true.
They left a big chunk.
Well,
out.
That's a good point, Tamika, because like The Color Purple, it's a lot of things that happen in The Color Purple book that's not in the movie. Actually, the book is far worse as far as tragedy and trauma.
I like The Color Purple book.
It's a lot. The book is deeper than the movie. The movie they tamed it down because the book is even.
I love the book.
The
movie was
the actress that played the main character is one of my favorite actors, and I like seeing Sanaa in this different type of role. Usna is type. Yes.
But I
like all them actresses. I mean, I like the actors, the men.
I liked all of the
I
actors
can't say
and
nothing bad about.
actresses.
Yeah.
It was just maybe some of the things was too hit home for me. I'm gonna say it like that, y'all.
And then you know
Maybe some
something
of
as
the
far
things
as
hit too home for me, where
as
it
far
was
as the
triggered me.
not the cancer part, but the part I think Moochie might be
Yeah,
right
it
now.
was that part. It
Right now
was
we
that
dealing.
part because they
Well,
said
I was
she
gonna
had
say not
stage
just
4
that part, but
cancer.
you was. I think the
It
other part where we right now, this country, we in the middle of an election, we in the middle of these races, Trumpers, and all these other people going on. So that's so to see this white guy in this pickup truck. We got them kind of people going on right now. So that stuff ain't changed, and so I could see it probably saying, "Look, this is too triggering. It's just too much, and it could be hitting home." So but overall, overall, I still give it I give it like a B or something. I give it a good, a decent rating. If I had to tell somebody to watch it, they can watch it. I wouldn't tell nobody not to watch it. It's all right movie. Um, so that's how I feel about it. Now I don't know if I'll just sit back and turn it on at any given time, but I think it's a pretty good movie. So
Yeah.
yeah. Well, that's really all. I think that I just want to make sure before because we got to move on to the next thing before we did we miss it? Did I miss any part? I know I didn't have slides for everything because I knew I wasn't gonna have enough time to get all the pictures. Did I miss any scenes that we didn't talk about? I think we hit all of the
Yeah.
major
hit all the
parts.
No, I
major
can't
parts.
think of nothing right now. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I think we try to remember to hit all the major parts. But
Yeah.
anyway, yeah, that's that on that. Hopefully our crowd will come and join us over on with EJ because we're gonna be talking about Reasonable Doubt, this new episode, and this show is getting crazy and crazy. It is good, but I love it. I'm loving it so far. So we're gonna head on over there to the next thing. So just stay in the car, y'all. We're gonna just drive on over to the to the next station. And we will see y'all in a few minutes. Bye, y'all. Thanks for
Okay.
hanging out with us.